the young and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolutely wild drama unfolding in Genoa City. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get right into the madness. I cannot even believe what I am watching right now. Like, I am literally typing this up at 2 a.m. because my brain is spinning completely out of control over this whole Stephanie, Malcolm, and Nate situation. Are the writers actually going there? Because if they are, I am both screaming in absolute horror and completely here for the absolute mess it is going to cause. I mean, we all knew that bringing Dr. Stephanie Simmons back to Genoa City after 30 years was going to shake things up, but I don't think a single one of us was prepared for this level of chaotic family betrayal. I need to talk about this with people who actually get it, because my jaw is permanently on the floor after these latest episodes. Let's just rewind a second and process everything they have thrown at us in the span of a few weeks. Stephanie comes back to town, right? And she doesn't just casually stroll into Crimson Lights for a latte and a catch-up session. No, she drops the absolute mother of all bombs on Malcolm Winters. Holden Novak is his son. His son. I mean, I have been watching this show for years, and the Winters family always gets the most insane paternity twists. But this one actually made me gasp out loud. Stephanie kept this massive secret for decades. Can you imagine the emotional toll that takes? Malcolm is already dealing with so much, and suddenly he has a grown son he never knew about. And honestly, I kinda love Holden. Seeing him trying to figure out where he fits in, confiding in Claire Newman of all people, which, by the way, is a friendship I didn't know I needed, is just peak soap opera. But Stephanie keeping that from Malcolm? That is a massive, towering hurdle to get over. And as if the secret son wasn't enough drama for one family, we have the incredibly heartbreaking storyline with Malcolm's health. Finding out he has aplastic anemia was gut-wrenching. I was genuinely terrified they were going to kill him off, and I was fully prepared to riot. And then, in walks Kane Ashby. Kane freaking Ashby. I swear, my blood pressure spikes to dangerous levels every single time that man is on my screen. He finds out from Stephanie, who totally didn't realize what she was doing or who she was talking to about Malcolm's condition, gets tested, and is the only match. But because Kane is Kane, he can't just do a nice thing and save his former father-in-law's life. No, he has to attach a literal blackmail contract to his bone marrow, demanding control of Chancellor Winters from Lily. I am so disgusted by him, but I have to admit, it is brilliant television. Lily is trapped, Malcolm is fighting for his life, and Stephanie is right there by his hospital bed, holding his hand through it all. For a minute there, I really thought the show was setting up a beautiful, mature reunion for Malcolm and Stephanie. Like, they share this son, Holden, they are bonding over Malcolm's near-death experience, and she is being his absolute rock. It felt like endgame material. I was sitting on my couch, thinking, okay, this is sweet. They are going to heal together, build a relationship with Holden, and be this legacy power couple. It made sense. It felt right. But nope. The Y&R writers looked at that perfectly good, heartwarming storyline and said, let's make it messy. And by messy, I mean throwing Nate Hastings into the mix. Guys, can we please talk about Nate Hastings for a second? What is wrong with this man? I swear, Nate wakes up every morning, looks in the mirror, and asks himself, how can I alienate my family and ruin my life today? It's like a sickness. So, Stephanie is hanging out at the GCAC and she runs into Nate. At first, it was just a nice, nostalgic moment. She realizes he is the son of her late, great friend, Dr. Olivia Winters. That was actually a really touching scene. I love the history being acknowledged. I know the deep lore of this show, and Olivia was an absolute icon. So, seeing Stephanie connect with Olivia's son felt right. But then, the vibe shifted. The chemistry between Stephanie and Nate is undeniable. I know some people on the forums are loving this, but personally, I am screaming at my television. Nate is literally Malcolm's adopted son and biological nephew. This is his family. But Nate doesn't care. Now, Nate is pulling strings and recommending Stephanie for the chief of staff position at Genoa City Memorial Hospital. I mean, it is a huge opportunity for her. It guarantees she stays in GC long term, which I want, because I love her character and the actress is phenomenal. But the strings attached to this job offer are dripping with romantic tension. Nate is looking at her like she is the only woman in the room, and Stephanie is definitely leaning into it. Am I the only one who thinks this is the most toxic thing Nate could possibly do right now? Think about it. Malcolm is literally recovering from a life-threatening illness. He just found out he has a son with this woman. He is vulnerable, he is in love, and his own nephew is swooping in to steal his girl? I cannot. It is so cruel. Malcolm would be absolutely devastated. He already has such a complicated relationship with Nate, especially after all the corporate betrayal at Chancellor Winters. If Nate sleeps with Stephanie, it will be the final nail in the coffin for their relationship. Malcolm will never, ever forgive him. And honestly, he shouldn't. And let's talk about the rest of the Winters family. Lily and Devin are going to lose their minds. Lily is already dealing with the trauma of Kane trying to steal her company to save Malcolm's life. She is stressed to the absolute max. Devin is dealing with the Mariah situation and his own massive control issues. They have barely tolerated Nate for the past year after he tried to sell them out to Victoria Newman. If Nate crosses this line and hurts Malcolm like this, Lily and Devin will ice him out forever. I can already picture the screaming match at the penthouse. Devin yelling at Nate, Lily crying and telling Nate he is dead to her. It is going to be epic, but it is also going to be so sad because that family is already so fractured. Seriously, can we talk about Olivia for a second? If Dr. Olivia Winters were still alive and saw her son trying to hook up with her best friend, oh my God. She would come down from the heavens and slap some sense into him. Olivia was a woman of fierce principles. She valued family above everything. To see Nate acting like a feral cat in a corporate suit, completely disregarding the sanctity of his uncle's relationship, she would be so ashamed. I feel like Stephanie should know better too. You don't date your dead best friend's son. There is a girl code, and then there is a generational best friend code, and Stephanie is about to violate both of them. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't even brought up the biggest, most terrifying obstacle in this entire mess. Victoria Newman. Hello? Is Nate forgetting who he is currently sleeping with? Victoria is not some random woman you can just push aside when you get bored. She is the Ice Queen of Genoa City. Nate and Victoria have been through so much drama, and they finally seem to be on solid ground. Victoria literally threw her own family under the bus for this man multiple times. If she catches a whiff, just a whiff, that Nate is making heart eyes at Dr. Stephanie Simmons, she will destroy them both. You guys know how Victoria operates. She doesn't just get mad, she gets even. Victoria Newman destroyed Ashlyn Locke. She has gone toe-to-toe with Victor Newman himself. If Nate cheats on her with Stephanie, Victoria will make sure Stephanie never practices medicine in Genoa City, or anywhere else, ever again. She will buy the hospital just to fire her. I am actually terrified for Stephanie. She is a smart woman, but she has no idea what it means to cross a Newman. Remember when Victoria went after Phyllis? Remember how ruthless she was? Nate is playing with fire, and he is going to burn the whole city down with him. I kind of want to see it, but I also want to protect Stephanie from Victoria's wrath. Okay, back to the point. Sometimes I contradict myself because I'm just so emotional about these characters. Part of me wants Stephanie and Nate to hook up just for the pure, unadulterated drama. It would give us months of incredible daytime television. The secret glances, the forbidden kisses in the hospital supply closets, the inevitable moment when someone, probably Lily or Victoria, walks in on them. It's classic soap gold. But the other part of me, the part that loves Malcolm and wants him to be happy, wants Stephanie to wake up and realize that Malcolm is her true soulmate. They share a child. They have this deep, beautiful history. Why throw that away for Nate Hastings, a man who changes his loyalties like he changes his designer suits? I am sorry, but the character assassination of Nate Hastings over the last few years has been wild to watch. He used to be this sweet, ethical doctor who just wanted to save lives. Now he is this ruthless corporate shark who betrays his cousins, sleeps with his boss, and is now apparently trying to steal his uncle's woman. It's like he's addicted to self-sabotage. Why is he like this? I really need the writers to give us a psychological deep dive into Nate's brain, because none of his choices make any logical sense anymore. But I guess that's why we watch, right? We love the mess. We live for the mess. And what about Holden in all of this? This poor guy just found out his dad is Malcolm Winters, a legendary figure in GC. He is trying to build a relationship with him. He is trying to get Lily and Devin to accept him, which is hard enough since Devin is so rigid. If his newly discovered mom, Stephanie, starts sleeping with his newly discovered cousin Nate, I mean, talk about a Thanksgiving dinner from hell. Holden is going to need a lifetime of therapy. Thank God he has Claire Newman to talk to, because that girl knows a thing or two about insane, twisted family trees. She's probably the only person in town who can look at Holden's situation and say, yeah, that's pretty normal for us. So, what is going to happen next? I am predicting that Stephanie takes the chief of staff job. She has to. It's too good of an opportunity, and it locks her into the hospital set so we can see her more. Once she is working closely with Nate, the late night meetings are going to turn into drinks at the GCAC, and then boom, they cross the line. Malcolm is going to find out right when he is fully recovered and ready to propose or something tragic like that. And Victoria? She will find out, because she has spies everywhere. I am dreading the fallout, but I am also popping my popcorn because I know I won't be able to look away. I just needed to get all of this out of my system. I know some of you in the forums are shipping Nate and Stephanie because they do look incredibly hot together, and I respect that. But for me, the collateral damage is just too high. Malcolm deserves happiness. Lily deserves a break from the family drama. And, frankly, Nate deserves to be single for a few years until he figures out what the word loyalty actually means. Let me know if I am crazy for feeling this strongly, but I know you guys get it. This show has me in a chokehold, and I am here for every single bumpy ride.